Welcome to the Farm Stand Kitchen. Today we're going to be doing a little test kitchen episode. I've never made this recipe before. It's my Aunt Norma's. I was talking with my mom today, asking her if she had any corned beef recipes other than corned beef and cabbage. And she said, yes, I do. And it's Aunt Norma's recipe. And I forgot about this. This is in my very first cookbook that I authored. I self-published it in 1998. It's a great little cookbook. I'm thinking about maybe bringing it back, reformatting it, and put the recipes out there. This recipe is in that book. It's called Reuben Casserole. And I just took one out of the oven. It smells delicious, but we're gonna go ahead and make one today together. It's really easy, so let's just get started. Let's go over our ingredients first. So what we have here is sauerkraut, and we have 1.5 cups of drained sauerkraut. Next, we have 2 tablespoons of Thousand Island dressing. And here we have 1/2 pound of corned beef. Now I use the deli corned beef. You can also get this in a low sodium as well, if that's something you would be interested in. Here we have just a tube of refrigerated biscuits, and then we have some caraway seed. We're going to use a little bit of that. And here we have 2 sliced tomatoes. They were on the smallish side, so 2 sliced tomatoes. Then we have our butter, which I'm going to grab out of the fridge. And then we have Swiss cheese, 2 cups. And then we have some rye crisp crumbs. We just kind of crumb these up. And I'm going to show you what I used. This is a rye toast. And I picked this up at the grocery store in the cracker aisle. And this one is actually a Melba toast. It's made out of rye. So that's how you could find that. And you just use 2 of the crackers in there and you just kind of crush them up. Now I'm going to scooch and grab my butter. And this here is just 2 tablespoons of butter that I cubed. So that's what we have there. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. So what we have here is a 2-quart casserole. This is about a 9-inch. This one over here that I baked it in is also a 2.5, but it's an oval. So pan about this size is going to do ya. So what we're going to put in here first is our sauerkraut. So let's just go ahead and get that in there. So we're going to put that in the bottom. All right. See okay, Dave?
Yeah, I can.
Okay. All right, so you just layer your sauerkraut right in the bottom of the dish there. Okay, then we're going to put in our tomato slices. And I did peel these, so they, I don't think that you probably would have to, but so we're going to put a layer of sliced tomato in here. Okay. Now we're going to sprinkle our cubed butter. This was 2 tablespoons of a salted cubed butter. Okay, now we're going to take our salad dressing and we're just going to go ahead and drizzle that on here. That is Thousand Island salad dressing. Now I trust Aunt Norma. She's a good cook too. So it really smells good. Dave was just out taking a walk and he come back and thought it smelled pretty delicious. Okay, then we put our corned beef on here. Okay, so we just want to get that evenly on there. could probably kind of, on my other one here, I kind of tore this up a little bit. Okay. All right, so there we have the corned beef. And then next, we put the cheese. And this is 2 cups of Swiss. And then you just spread that out evenly. Okay, now let me tell you what happens now. I'm going to let you take a peek of this one that's done, so you can kind of get an idea of what we're doing here. So here's the one that I just took out of the oven. So what we do with this one now, once that we got the cheese on here, then you want to pop it into a 425 oven for 15 minutes. That's all you need to do, 425 for 15 minutes. And then you're going to pull it out of the oven and you're going to add the rest of the ingredients. I'm going to go ahead and do that here so you can see how to do it. So let's just pretend that this has been baked like this one, because I just want you to see what I did exactly. So let's, ooh, it smells so good. Okay, now we are going to take our refrigerated biscuits. Now, you know, this recipe I think is older because it said a container of 6, and you cannot find those anymore. They all have 8. So you might have a couple biscuits left over. You can probably use them for something. But you need these refrigerated biscuits, and I don't think it matters what kind. I think you can use any kind. So let's just get those out. And then the recipe says to take the layers apart. So you would kind of like take the layers and you want to place them all over. After this has been baked for 15 minutes, you just kind of split out your layers. And then you would completely cover the whole entire top with about 6 of these biscuits. Just keep pulling apart, just completely cover it. So that's what you do there, and I will finish that. And then before you put it in the oven, so you want to cover it with all the biscuits, and then you take your 1/4 teaspoon of your caraway seeds and you put that all over. You put those on, and then you just sprinkle it with your rye crisp. So then you sprinkle that all over as well. And then you pop it back in the oven for 15 more minutes. And then when you get done, it looks like this. Look at that. Okay, now we have to try this. This is going to be so fun because I've never ever tried this before. So let's give it a try. Okay, so there's our biscuits on top. And there you have your sauerkraut. I can see that tomato in there. Let's see here. Get some of this meat down in here. Okay, yeah, there's a tomato. So I am going to give this a try. Doesn't that look good? That tomato really is interesting in there. So I'm just going to get a little bit of all this together. All right, I'm going to give it a try. There it goes. See if Aunt Norma's recipe is good. I do like that. That is really good. Yeah, I think that's a keeper. Reuben Casserole. That is really good. You can only taste the caraway seed in there. You can taste the tomato a little bit too. That is really good. I want you guys to try. That is good looking. Reuben Casserole.